Hey, what's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. And tonight, a world's first. No one has ever done this before. I'm going to do a live stream with a single monitor. Because, as those of you that follow me on Instagram may have seen in my stories today, the M1 Mac Mini is working. I forgot to plug the monitor in and thought that it was broken. I didn't think it was broken. I just thought that my, I have some crazy, look at this crazy cable set. This is one of the two cable setups that I have to hook this thing up to, up to monitors. And I made a quick assumption that this insane dongles on cables on dongles on cables on dongles on cables setup wasn't working, but in fact it was working. The M1 Mac is right over here. It's hysterically quiet, it's hysterically fast, and it's just empty. So I'm doing fresh installs of everything. I'm not bringing shit over from this 13-year-old tower in fear of old installs and just junking up the junk. What do you think of that? So yeah, wow, it's unreal how much time it takes to get a new computer up and running, but it's fun, and it's definitely gonna take some time. But yeah, I'm just installing everything fresh. So far, I've got the Adobe Suite. I only really have Lightroom, Photoshop, and Premiere because those are the only three that I use. And then I did Betaflight and both BL Helis, and then I was exhausted. So then I took down the Christmas tree and Christmas decorations and whatnot, and here we are. In the chat, Grizz was first, Riot9 was next, B-Man Espander, Dan Richmond, Jackalope, Rob Axelson, Dan636, Slim, Frank Nicholas, Quadzimoto, Matthew Vega, June Loco, By John, Ram Jam, Esk Race, Quadzimoto again, Cody S.A., Dusty Joe, Rob Axelson, June Loco again, Spammers, Esk Race, Flush FPV, Ram Donko again, June Loco again, Cody S.A., and Ian Ovanel. I think I got everybody. If you want to talk directly to me, all you need to do is... Ooh, it's looking a little different in here. I changed some lights that were purple to red. It's looking good in here. Yeah, you guys are... I'm going to be looking... Usually I look over here at this monitor and I keep everything like kind of close to the lens of the camera. But, yeah, this monitor is farther over, so you guys... It might be a little weird, but, yeah, you guys are going to see me looking over here tonight. But tonight we're going to finish up the toothpick builds come hell or high water. So pretty soon I'm going to be over here. On this scene. Hi! So yeah, this is going to be fun. If you want to talk directly to me, all you've got to do is black the screen out. Hey! All you gotta do is type CiottiFPV. You can put an @ in front of it, but you don't have to. As long as you spell it correctly and you don't put a space in between Ciotti and FPV, it'll light up an orange, just like you saw there, and I'll know that you're talking to me. Hey! Oh, let's try something on the new computer. Let's see if the zoom... What's the keystroke for zoom? Command Option plus. Let's see if it zooms in too much. Well, it doesn't do it at all right now. Is it Control? Command Control? Oh, come on. Oh, God. No. Maybe I have that turned off in accessibility. Yeah, it's supposed to be Command Option plus. It's not working. I assume that I have to turn that on in accessibility, which I will. Let me do that right now, because that's the kind of thing that I'll forget, and then it will F me in the A. Look at that, I didn't curse. First time for everything. Where is that? Where's accessibility at? There it is. Zoom. Keyboard shortcuts to zoom. And let's see. Oh. Yes, it just zooms a little bit. It doesn't do the annoying thing that the laptop does and zoom a lot for no real reason. How beautiful is life? Did I do update stuff? Update. I'm trying to get the wait, no, don't update. Don't do anything. I'm trying to live stream. You just sit there and be pretty, new computer. GrizzFPV says, what's up, CiottiFPV and Collective? B-Man says, hiya, fuyo. Expander says, are we streaming from the new machine yet? Nope. That will probably not be until like next week or the week after, realistically. I'm going to give myself some time to use the new machine a bunch, and as I use it, I'll find all of the things that are not installed or all of the stuff that I'm not logged in and nonsense like that. I don't want that stuff to happen during a live stream. So yeah, I'm going to be using it for as long as I can to get everything up, and then we'll switch. But also, the other thing that needs to happen is, like, this whole desk is going to get torn apart. The way that this old-ass computer is set up and where all the wires are going to be totally different. The Mac Mini is going to live over here, and that stuff all lives down here and behind here and on the windowsill and whatnot. So yeah, I'm going to have to tear this desk apart, which is going to take a little bit of time as well. So yeah, it'll take a week or two, but we'll get there. We'll get there for sure. And I also have to pull hard drives out of the old computer and put them into the new enclosure that I have over here. I have a new 4-drive enclosure, and then I also have the 2-drive enclosure that I take between here and Studio 2 at Maggie's place. So yeah, a bunch of like logistical pain in the ass things, but we'll get there. Right now, it's just a matter of spending time every day just installing stuff. There's just lots and lots and lots of things that need to be installed on the new computer. Because, yeah, I'm not doing any kind of a backup or recovery or anything. I'm fresh installing top to bottom, which just takes forever. And there's going to be a point where I start to find all of these things that I'm not logged into that I don't know the passwords for. So I'm sure there's going to be some frustration and yeah, crying over that. But hopefully the password recovery whatever is better than it once was, because I remember when it used to really suck. Let me do something here. Close that. Zoom mic quiet. And then bench is zoom mic loud. And okay, I'm turning on the gate, the limiter, and the compressor, but I'm going to slow the compressor down. I think the ratio of the compressor is how much it ducks down. I want the it's the attack and the release. So it's the release that I want to slow down, I think. So it's at a 60. I'm going to go to 200. And I think that might help with what you guys were complaining about yesterday. Or not. There we go. What else is going on in the chat here? Jackalope says, happy hump day. Rob Axelson says, hola beaches. Slim says, what's up? Quadzimoto says, buenos tardes. By John says, some say he lives in a tree and that his sweat can be used to clean precious metals. All we knew is everyone calls him CiottiFPV. June Loco says, new PC today. Been playing with it. I've also been using the new PC. It's a dick joke for anybody that missed it. Rob Axelson says, hey, you still pooping? Nope. I figured out what caused the pooping situation. I ate food that was too old. Maggie and I went out to a Chinese food restaurant, and then and we took her leftovers home, and then I got Mongolian chicken, and then I went to her place for many days, and when I got back here, I got real excited because I had food waiting for me, and yeah, it got its revenge. The Mongolian chicken was fine, but it was her leftovers that just annihilated my stomach's face. And that was the story of my Monday night. Dusty Joe says, like the no shave look, brother, rugged. It's not gonna last. This part of my face does not grow in well. Like, there's this huge patch that doesn't really grow in, and then same thing kind of happens on this side. So I've been lazy. There's just been a million things to do. My life is interesting right now, right? Like, when I'm at Maggie's, I absolutely love it, and I just want to like be there, but I have to come back here because this is where the majority of my stuff is. And so what's been happening is when I come back here, there's a million things to do, and I try to get through it as quick as I can so that I can go back there again. But there's a lot of stuff to do here, you know. Like, I wanted to pull all the decorations down. There's just a ton of stuff to do here. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a struggle to get it all done, but it's worth it because the quicker I can get all the stuff done here, the quicker I can get back to hanging out with Maggie and the chitlins. That's what I'm calling children all of a sudden. I don't know why. That goat's getting tired, man. His voice is getting a little bit lower pitch. So yeah, I'm just like slammed busy, so I'm neglecting myself, but I'm fine. All right. I'll shave before I go back there next time because it's starting to look silly. Metal Dirtskin says, "What's up? Building a 3-inch along with you. Only mine is a Cinewoop. Very cool. Which one you building, Metal? Better be a Cinesplorer frame or you're out. You're out. You're out." Only build the best frames. Ramdongo says, Ram Jam is a different man, and Ram Jam is a different man. Inspired me to own a guitar, though, equals Black Betty. Got it. I got through it. I said the words in the right order. GrizzFPV says, the 1102s I bought from you, would they work good on a 1S 85mm motor? I have a feeling that they're not going to have enough stator volume for that big of a propeller. 85mm motor to motor is typically a 2-inch prop. I think that prop is going to be too heavy and too draggy for a motor with that little stator volume. Unless maybe you did like a bi-blade. If you put it on, if you did like a 2-inch bi-blade, I don't even know if such a thing exists. But that's the only situation that I think you'd be able to pull that off, Grizz. CH3FPV says, Orqa got out at CES, the HD goggles, and 3 VTXs I saw. 2 of the VTXs are absolutely gigantic. And realistically, I don't... Why? What's happening? What? Okay. There was a hair that was like hanging down, and then I pushed it away, and then it was hanging down. Yeah, 2 of the 3 Orqa VTXs, they're just gigantic. In the pictures, they appear to be gigantic. So my guess is that they're for the wing crowd, because they look way too big and thus way too heavy for mini quads. But I don't know, we'll see. The one VTX looks like it's a 20x20 box like the Vista, so maybe that's the one that's for us, and then the other 2 are for long range maniacs and wing people. I don't know. But yeah, the one VTX looks interesting. Another option. I don't know, man. FPV is getting awful expensive. like, like, I don't know, man. Like, is it really going to be that much better than the current options? I really doubt it. My guess is that, here's the shirt for the day. My guess is that it's going to be pretty similar to what we already have, but a whole different thing from a whole different company. And I don't know, maybe it's way better. I hope it's way better, because then we can just do that. But I really doubt it. I really doubt that it's going to be way better than DJI or SharkBite. And then there's just more shit for us to decide. And another protocol, or whatever you want to call it, for the other manufacturers to try to make stuff for. So, I don't know. It's, I don't know. What I do know is that too many options sucks. Like, because it just dilutes everything, right? DJI, they had it, man. They had an opportunity to dominate HD, and I guess you could argue that they are, right? But if they got their heads out of their asses, they would have opened it up a little bit, allowed more of these FPV specific manufacturers to make stuff, paid attention to what we actually want, like a wireless monitor, right? I would, if they had a wireless monitor set up rather that wasn't fed off of a separate set of their goggles, I would have been done and switched over to DJI already. They had a chance, and now I feel like they fucked up, man. I feel like they had their chance and they decided no. We're gonna keep it locked down. You know what I mean? Like no. Fuck you, Americans. No. Although it's not an American thing, but yeah, they had an opportunity. They had like a year, right? They had like at least an entire year of no competition whatsoever. And they fucked up. They thought that they could, they tried to be Apple in a way, you know what I mean? But nobody is ever going to be Apple. Like Apple Computers has an amazing way of, an amazing ability to figure out what we need before we even know that we need it. And they've been doing that for a long time, and it feels like DJI thought like, oh, well, if they can do it, so can we. And it's like, well, nobody's been able to do that, so what the hell are you thinking? So yeah, and that opened the floodgates for, because I feel like if DJI had done it right, Orqa wouldn't have bothered. Maybe I could be totally off base here, but Orqa wouldn't have bothered, and maybe SharkBite wouldn't have bothered either. Maybe they would have gone onto the DJI protocol, right? Or just given up. Or maybe they would have. Dove in, but they would be at much more of a disadvantage, you know. So it's I don't know. It's interesting. It's super interesting. I guess that I need to change the stream title a little bit here. So we're gonna put into the stream title. We're gonna put dash Orqa. How you spell it? ORQA, I think. Orqa Digital Talk dash DJI fail. Orqa Digital Talk DJI failed. There we go. That's about as clickbaity as I can be. So yeah, you guys know what I'm saying? You guys picking up what I'm laying down? Wow, I gotta be honest, it is hard to stream without two monitors. I was kind of hoping that this would like really make me appreciate having two monitors, and woo boy, it is. You're looking at someone who's appreciating two monitors right now. Scrolling down, farts. YouTube just did the thing. Rob Oxison says, I don't have earbuds in, so you're okay for now. Steady Eddie says, I feel ya, just got a new Mac myself and had a few hiccups. In unrelated news, got motors in for the Cinesplorer build, gonna hit the bench tomorrow. Very cool. Speaking of Steady Eddie, Steady Eddie sent me a New Year's present. Look at this. You guys are the effing best. Get out of there. Tiny Whoop 0802 25,000 kV Zeus Juice onesies. This is the important part. Right there. One piece bell. These are going to replace the Happy Model 0802 25,000s that are on one of the 65 mil motor to motor Tiny Whoops, and yeah, I'll stop having those bell separating issues, which is just super rad. Steady Eddie, thanks brother. And here's his sticker. He sent me a couple of his stickers. Look at that. Look at that. Much appreciated, dude. Super cool of you. Put a little note in there. Happy New Year! Enjoy. From Ed. Thanks, dude. Very cool of you. These will get absolutely tortured. And I'm still waiting. I'm probably gonna move both of those Tiny Whoops to these motors. Maybe not. I don't know. I asked Jesse when these would be back in production, and he said they were in production and this was a couple weeks ago, so maybe they'll I don't know, maybe they'll be back on the website soon. I'm tempted to just get like to get another set, but then just have them as spares, not put both 65 mil whoops onto these, and then I can work my way through those Happy Model motors, and that'll allow me to kind of head-to-head these versus the Happy Model 0802 25,000s. I am going to be moving the other, but the problem with that is that means I have to move the PH 2.0 whoop over to BT 2.0, which is fine. It's probably a good idea anyway. But man, I have a ton of these PH 2.0 batteries, but. And it's a big but. That's what she said. But the solution to that might be right here. This 75 mil whoop that we built with the Beta FPV 1102 18,000 kV motors on 1S doesn't make shit for power. It's not good. But what I'm going to do is put this onto 2S. I have a bunch of these, and it's probably going to blow the AIO up. But I'm I'm not okay with that. Like, it sucks, but at the same time, like, I'm gonna do it anyway because I do have 3 of these AIOs, and with the ELRS AIOs coming, yeah, I think I'm willing to blow up one of these. It's gonna be sad because these are the Newbie Drone V1s with the MPU 6000. So, on one hand, I really hope that it doesn't blow up. On the other hand, I really want to see what a 2S... Why is the new computer doing that? It puts the screen to sleep, and then it wakes up. And it wakes up without a screensaver, and it just sits here and just stares at me. What? Why? Energy saver, what's going on? Turn off display after 15 minutes. Prevent computer from sleeping automatically when the display is off. Prevent computer from sleeping. Is that what's happening? Put hard disk sleep when possible. That's fine. Wake for network access. Oh, is that what it is? Wake for network access? Maybe that's it. Okay. Start up automatically after a power fill. All right, so let's try that. See, this is what I mean. There's all kinds of like weird settings that are just buried that I have, you know, over the last 30 years of using Apple computers. There's a very specific way that I want my computer to work, and some of these settings are like absolutely buried in system preferences. So it just takes time. It just takes time for me to get to the bottom of that. So yeah, lots of fun Whoop stuff coming. In order to get this on the 2S, all I really need to do is swap the bottom plate, which I'm tempted to do right now, but I don't have any extra room in the name of the stream. Hold on, let's see. Finishing the TP3 toothpick. Oh, balls. Finishing the 2S toothpick. No, let's go with TP3. Let's see how many characters. I've got 20 characters in here. Going 2S on 75mm. Whoop. Nope. A little bit over. 2S 75mm whoop. Build? Oh, 99 out of 100. Look at us go. Cool. So I guess I have to now. But that'll be easy. And I don't have any of those batteries charged. So let's get going with that. Step into the lane. Okay. So I have. So what I'm gonna do is swap in a. Let me show you this. This is cool. I just recently realized that this is a thing that you can do. When you buy this 75mm frame from Newbie Drone, they give you these little TPU battery holder gubbins with these little screws. And I didn't realize that you can put them on both sides, and then when you put the base plate on, see that? Isn't that cool? I didn't realize that. I thought, I don't know what the hell I thought. So yeah, I just need to swap this in, and bingo bango bongo, we've got a 2S whoop. So let's do it. Let's move this disgusting toothpick out of the way, and so for this guy, all I need to do is switch this base plate out. because I found this little 2S adapter here that just plugs in. So the only issue here is that I've got a lot of plugs here. There's a lot of resistance being created, and these are rolled pin. But that's actually fine because 2S is like way too much. So this extra little bit of resistance might actually keep the AIO alive. I doubt it, but I don't know. Let's find out. What do you say? Let me move the chat over, and I'll continue to try to... Oh, hey! Shout out to WAMFPV for jumping in. As you guys may have seen at the beginning of the stream, I added WAMFPV to the top patrons. Thanks, brother. Super generous of you. WAM moved up to one of the big tiers, which gets them onto the intro of every live stream. Super, super cool. Love that, man. Thank you for the generosity and the support. It really means a lot. This is my slow season, apparently, as I've found out this year, where I don't get many cinematic flying gigs. So your guys' support is, even more appreciated until the temperature warms up and I can start to get flying gigs again, which pay really well to, keep me going. The other little bit of mailbag is right here. A package from like a return address that I didn't know, and then I opened it up, and it's from GemFan. It's some of their, it's GemFans wishing me happy holidays. Very cool. So if we go in here, I'm assuming that these are their Christmas props. GemFan they've done Halloween props, which are really cool, and now they've done some Christmas props. Ah, look at that. That's very cool. Specific Christmas stickers. That's awesome. And then, yeah, there they are. Very cool. So these are the 5146 V2. The MCK props, the Min Chan Kim props. And they say Merry Christmas on them. Let me show you guys over here. Come on, Logitech, you can do it. Be a camera. Be a better camera than you currently are. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, 2 sets of those. I wonder if they're any different in the other bag. They are jade and gray. Let's see what this bag looks like. How cool is this, man? I'm not gonna fly these. These are just gonna be for like pictures and stuff. More than likely next Christmas. These came a little bit late for this Christmas, but yeah, Christmas 2022. I'll do some. I'll take some pictures with these, and yeah, that'll be fun. Have a little for the 12 hours of Christmas 2022. I will do some stuff with these. Look at that! Isn't that the coolest thing ever? So here's all 4 colors. I think you could buy these. I don't think these are like specific to sponsored GemFan pilots or anything like that. I'm pretty sure you're able to buy these. But yeah, that's rad, man. Look at that. And yeah, they didn't go like completely nutso with like crazy colors or anything like that. So if you wanted to use these, you actually could. When they go like really hard on the colors and they make really dark, opaque colors, they're adding a lot of additive that's not polycarbonate, and it can make the propellers a little bit weaker. I struggle to see. I struggle to believe that like it makes a huge difference, but what do I know? I'm not a polycarbonate engineer. But this is super cool, man. This will be really fun. What I'll probably do next year, around Christmas time. Well, no, wait, this year, around Christmas time, is get some like red and green LEDs going on a rig and do like a Christmas rig, and then these will be the props that I put on that Christmas rig. So that'll be fun, right? We'll have a blast with that. Maybe I'll go totally nutso and pee my pants. No, I won't do that. Maybe I'll go totally crazy and do like a little Santa or a sleigh or something weird like that. I love when people do that. My favorite is when they do that and then they put like a third person camera on the back. I've been kind of wanting to do that for a long time because it's just super fun. So yeah, maybe I'll be an overachiever nexus in the universe and do something like that for Christmas 2022. I don't know. These are cool. These jade and these smoke ones are really fun. I could do like a classy Christmas build with these. Maybe. We'll see. That'll be fun. Thank you, Gem Fan. One of my few sponsors, but they set the bar really high for sponsors. And I'm not, the whole sponsorship thing, like, Gem Fan, in my opinion, does it right, where, in a lot of different ways. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but, yeah. Some of the other companies expect an awful lot from you when you become a sponsored pilot, with not a whole lot in return. So you end up kind of paying yourself $10 an hour or $5 an hour for the amount of work that you put in versus the amount of stuff that you get out of them. Gem Fan is way more like, hey, we like what you've been doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Which is, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point of a sponsor choosing. In my opinion, a sponsor should choose you because you're already, doing that kind of stuff. So for them to then say like, hey, we need you to do a whole bunch more work for us, it's kind of like, well, I've already been doing work for you. That's why you noticed me. But it also, on the manufacturer's end, they got to make sure that the relationship is worth it for them, right? Like, they can't just go giving away, especially in FPV, right? Like, nobody's driving a Ferrari at any of these manufacturers. Well, not a Ferrari, but the head guy of Dow / Foxeer / Racer Star / well, I guess it's just those three. Does have a pretty goddamn nice Benz. I noticed at the first Rampage, but I doubt that he's making Benz money from FPV. He's probably into some other stuff. But other than that, yeah, nobody in FPV is driving a Ferrari. So yeah, the manufacturers are all. Although the word on the street is Tyler from RDQ is spending some unbelievable, bought like a golf course or something like that. So he's making a ton of money, but the rest of FPV is not, and they're putting their money back into it and or just not making a lot. So yeah, the manufacturers have to be careful, and they can't just go giving shit away unless there's marketing value to it. So it's one of the reasons why I when people ask me like how to get sponsored, my reply is usually like, don't think about it. Like if somebody's gonna sponsor you, they're gonna find you and they're gonna come and get you. Don't spend a lot of time or effort trying to get sponsored because it's not a way to make a lot of money, right? So like it's putting a lot of time and effort into it is not going to get you much in return typically. But I don't know. I know a lot of people want it for like the prestige element. It makes them seem more important, seem like they're more professional, whatever. I don't know. To me, it should just be a relationship where you're both helping each other out, and if you really like a brand. And you're taking your time to put content out into the world that has that brand's info in it, yeah, they will see that because you're doing that. And if you're doing it right, you know, they're going to see it. And then hopefully they'll say, hey, thanks for what you've been doing. We want you to keep doing it. So here's some stuff. But that's a whole other Vietnam. Let's switch the carbon fiber X plate on this Tiny Whoop so that I can do 2S things. But, let's first get some batteries on the charger so that we can actually try it out. Oh, farts. What did I do with the little... Didn't I bring the little USB charger home? I know that I did. Ooh, look at this. One of these We Bleed FPV batteries is already starting to get all poofy. That's not great. But the Tiny Whoop batteries, I mean, they just kind of do that. So I guess it's not... it's whatever. Ow! Hold on. Hold on. Wait, here. Here's something. Maybe this is me flying. It's probably me flying. Hopefully this is me flying. What's this? It's a black screen? That's great. What's this? Is this me flying? That's me flying. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, what? Why? There are certain keystrokes that the computer does one thing and OBS does another thing. There we go. I think I know where that little charger is. Hold on, it's just out towards the living room. Be right back! I know I brought it home. Is it over here? Nope. Is it over here? Nope. Come on now, are you shitting me? This is not. This is no. Oh, good. Just go 1 frame a second. That's fun. God damn it. Really? Oh, it's right there. If it were a snake, I'd be dead. It was just absolutely right next to me. All I had to have done was lean over. Whee! 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 Okay. Getting my shit together over here. Just keep watching that. Just keep watching. Something good's gonna happen, I know it. I can feel it. But I'm gonna charge 2 of these. 2! right there. Okay. Hi! Wait, no. That gave me a bad noise. No, okay, we're good. Quasimodo at 821 said that the stream is stuttering a bit. Yeah, I've got 190 dropped frames. It should be fine now, though. Okay. This is what I was looking for. This stupid little USB charger thing. Works totally fine, though. I have one Tiny Whoop charger at Studio 2, and this is my one for here. Okay! Man, this tower is just... It runs the fans so hard. It has to work so hard to run OBS. It's just the oldest thing in the world. Next to me, of course. Wait, there's the camera. Okay, cool. So that's going. Which is nice. And so we're going to go over here and do the thing in the place. But Dirtson says, it's the Tooth Fairy 2, but with the Cinesplore ducts. Hopefully I'm not out. Tooth Fairy 2. Alright, you can stay. That's close enough. Got that. Cody S.A. Got that. GrizzFPV says 40mm prop. Michael Jones says, have a quick opinion on the BDI Digidapter for the DJI V2. Yeah, from what I understand, they're all pretty terrible. Patrick Scott, P. Richard Scott in the chat is a local, really good friend of mine, and he went down that Digidapter route, and he said it's just awful, and I really trust his opinion. So yeah, I would stay away from it if I were you. Doesn't seem like a good idea. Can I crop the top of this? Is there a way? What if I do no, I don't want property. Ooh, yeah, I do want properties. Where's that at? Properties? And then crop. Oh god. Oh no, yeah. Crop top. Crop top. Oh, that's gonna do it always though, isn't it? Or maybe just on this scene. Hold on. Is this making the situation any better? Just put in the number 50. Is that better? Or worse? Did that do anything? Oh yeah, it did anything. We turn it off and I'll see if it changes. 0. Oh, it did do something. Look at that. Oh! Is that what I want it to do? I think so. Yeah. Ooh! Ooh, don't put in 1,000. Yeah, that's exactly what I want it to do. Okay. The problem is, when I come over here, it's going to be all jacked up. Okay, so what I want to do is take this and duplicate it, right? Canon SL1, I'm going to rename it Canon SL1 Full. Okay. And then I'm going to make another source. All right, so on this one, I'm going to go into properties. I'm going to turn off the crop. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make a new video capture device, I think it is. No, that's not it. It's not video capture. It's source. Camera Live, Rebel SL1. How do I do this? Is it window cap? No, it's video capture device. Isn't it? Display capture, color source browser, audio input capture. I swear I know how to... Internet. Well, I'll just go through each one. Video capture device, is that what it is? Nope. It's not a video capture. It's not considered a video capture device. VLC video source? Nope. Text? Nope. Siphon client. That's what it is. Siphon client. There we go. So we're going to call this Canon SL1 crop. And then we're going to come in here. Source is going to be Camera Live EOS Rebel 1. Crop top 100. Yay! Oh, hi. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to turn this one. Just going to straight up remove this one. Yep, remove that one. I'm going to take this one, pull it down here, and just like that. Working. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. There we go. Look at me go. What else is going on here in the chat? B-Man says lots of options, good for controlling prices though. That's true. As long as we're willing to pick one. WAMFPV says DJI is famous for not actually giving a fuck about their customers. Yeah, I know. It's one of the things that everybody hates about them. All right. For me, Tim is driving around in the snow. Cool. Only problem over here is I've got a couple of light. I might need to do a separate little light. But I mean, you guys aren't really looking at me in this. Although, wait, I can. Hold on. Canon SL1 crop. I can go into properties, and no. I can go into filters, and I can add a video filter under color correction, and I can. Oh, it killed it. That's okay. I can kick the gamma up a little bit. And the brightness up a little bit. Let's see how that does. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, well, it's broken it. It's broken now. What? Why'd that happen? What? Why? Why did that happen? I'm not allowed to have the properties? Wait a second, what? What? Not allowed to have a filter on? What kind of shit is this? Why? Why do you have the filters in here if I'm not allowed to use them? You jerk-offs. What is it? What? Is there a different filter? Sharpen, scroll, scaling, aspect ratio, Am I allowed to do a lot? Ugh, I would have to make one. Well, okay. What the shit? That's weird. Whatever. I give up. I tried to make things better. Athix says Canon Rebel 1. What do you mean, Athix? Alright. Let's... God, I gotta pull all four of these motors off. What a hassle. But it's okay. It's gonna be worth it. Newbie Drone Nitro Nectar Gold 250 mAh batteries are on the charger right next to me. We are gonna go 2S on this. It's gonna be fat, so I'm gonna have two of these 75mm whoops. I already do. I have this one, and I have the one that's on the prototype T-Motor 0803s. Those are 22,000 kV motors. Unfortunately, one of them is broken. I ordered two replacements from Pyrodrone on December the 12th. The package made it to Atlanta, and then USPS lost it. I've now ordered the remaining three of those motors that they had in stock, because I was thinking that I was going to do, and I still might, do two of these 75mm rigs with those motors. as long as that order doesn't get lost by USPS, once those 3 0803s come in, I can fix the other 75mm rig, and we'll see what's what. But that rig is going to be a lot lighter. Since it's a 1S build, it's going to be an awful lot lighter because these two 250s are quite a bit heavier than one 1S 400 or 450 or even 500 mAh battery. Not that much heavier, and we're going to look at battery weights in just 1 second, but let me finish removing these. So let me explain. What you want to remember is that two 250 mAh batteries wired up as a 2S is the same total amount of milliamps as one 1S 500 mAh battery. But because you've got another cell, there's a little bit of extra weight that gets added. So let me put these in order for you guys, because this is a cool little. I weighed all these batteries and I wrote the weights down on them. So let me just do this real quick. 15.4. I think this is the heaviest. That's 8.8. This is 8.4. This is 11.8. A little bit lighter than that one. This is the Newbie Drone 250, which is 7.0. Same as the Beta FPV 260. This is the Weebleed, which is 8.3. And then we've got, here's a 450, which is 12.8. Goes right here. This is a 500, that's 14.1, so this one goes here. And then this is a 525, which is 13.6, so that one goes here. All right, so now I can fire up Logitech. Oh, farts. There we go. There we go. All right. So here are all the weights. Let me move this light source so that you guys can actually see them. So 2 of these Newbie Drone 250s are going to be 14 grams because they're 7 grams each, right? So at 14 grams, when have you met Ted? When you look up here, so that's 14 grams, right? We come up here, and in order to get to 14 grams, we have to go all the way up to this 500 mAh battery. But this is a 525 here, and it's only 13.6. So there's a little bit of a weight savings to going with like a 1S instead of a 2S setup, but the performance on 2S will be much better than 1S. Here's the problem. I don't want this, I don't need these batteries. I don't need this much amp hour. I really prefer the other builds on the 0803s on these lighter weight batteries down here. This 450, this 450, this 450. 11.8, 12, 12.5, 12.8. So, does that all make sense? You guys still with me there? So yeah, that's kind of the situation with that. Here, I'm just going to scroll this so that you guys can see all the different weights, just in case you want to, so that they're immortalized. And I'm going to post a picture of this on the Patreon. Hey, by the way, this is my full-time job nowadays. If you'd like me to keep doing it, head on over to CiottiFPV.com. And there's a million ways that you can help me out. There's a bunch of affiliate links over there, which are free. If you remember to hit the affiliate links, before you do orders on websites like Amazon or FPV Crate or FPV Cycle or omagod.com. There's a whole bunch there. I'll get free money. 1 to 6% of your total shopping cart will come to me. You can still use coupon codes, get free shipping. It doesn't affect you in any way. So do it. The biggest thing that helps me out, though, is my Patreon, which got absolutely shit-hammered on January 1st. A ton of people did December as a 1-month subscription to my Patreon so that they could get into the full build giveaways. And then, yeah, at the end of December, they jumped off. So, yeah, if you have a couple of extra dollars a month, it'll only cost you $3 to join my Patreon, and there's a lot of benefits. You'll get email notifications, Facebook notifications. For all these live streams, you'll get access to almost 90 Patreon-only videos here on YouTube. Some like half-finished edits, rough cuts, full-blown like Patreon-only live streams, which I do every so often. There's a whole bunch of technical articles that I've written over there: how to tune the easy way, how to tune your PIDs the easy way, how to tune your filters the easy way, how to troubleshoot all kinds of good stuff. You're going to love it. The Patreon is awesome, and you can get in there for $3 a month. That's the general admission cost. Or if you have a couple extra dollars beyond that, you can get in on bi-weekly giveaways that I do on the $5, $10, and $20 a month tiers. Once you get over to my Patreon, you'll see all the stuff. CiottiFPV.com, click the button. There's also a Fiverr page over there. There's a Teespring store. There's an Etsy store. Lots of cool ways that you can support your gangly buddy so that he can keep doing the live streaming thing for 8 to 10 hours a week every week. Cool. Back to building. So yeah, all of that to say that this rig on 2S is going to be heavier no matter what than the 1S rig, just basically because we don't have smaller batteries. I would love it if Newbie Drone came out with a 200 milliamp Nitro Nectar Gold battery, but I can almost guarantee you that they won't, because the lower you go on milliamps, and it certainly seems like 250 is about as low as you can go before sort of you hit this point of diminishing returns. The lower you go on milliamps, the worse the batteries perform. We really see this at 450 milliamps. If like for a proper like 3-inch freestyle rig like the Ripsqueaks, I learned that yeah, going below 450 milliamps, the batteries just do not perform worth a damn. Tiny whoops are a little bit different because we kind of don't expect good performance anyway. So for tiny whoops, it seems like you can come all the way down to 250 milliamps and still get decent performance, but I have a feeling that we won't see anything below 250 milliamps because, yeah, it just each set, like, there's some kind of a relation. I don't know. It's just cells perform better. Our batteries perform better up to a point when you have more milliamps in them. And on the top and the bottom of that scale, there is a point where it kind of gets out of control. We see that with the big long-range batteries, like the really big capacity LiPo long-range batteries. You start to lose performance at a certain point. Maybe that's because whatever the current chemistry that they're using is not well suited for that many milliamps. I don't know, but what I do know is that it happens. It's a real thing. And again, we see that on the top and we see that on the bottom of the scale. We see that when batteries get too small, and we see that when batteries get too big. And so yeah, that's something that we're going to run into here. But there are, in some cases, advantages to then breaking the cell out and changing the number of cells, right? So this will be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if the performance advantage of 2S running at a higher voltage and there being some extra... Here's what's going to happen. This rig right here is going to have the ability to make more power than the 1S rig, and it's going to be more efficient, but it's going to be heavier. And with tiny whoops, when you're flying inside in really tight spaces, weight is the enemy. So the flight performance is going to suffer, and I don't want the extra efficiency. The other rig makes plenty of power and is plenty efficient. So this is just going to end up being like a meme rig, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to end up tearing it apart. If I can get my hands on enough of those 0803s, what I'm probably going to do is put this rig into a Meteor 75 frame, which is going to help with the durability on those 0803 motors, and then I'm going to have a freestyle analog only 75 mil tiny whoop, and then I'm going to have a in the Meteor frame designed for crashing, and then I'm going to have a 75 mil whoop in this frame that I'm going to not beat the hell out of, because that's going to be for carrying the Insta360 Go 2 around. But this rig right here, as I'm building it, is going to really have a lot easier of a time carrying around that Insta360 Go 2. So, I don't know. Maybe this thing will come into its own once it's loaded down with that heavy-ass camera. That's one of the things that I'm really excited to find out here in January of 2020. So there's some really cool whoop testing coming up. And this rig is now put back together. And it's 2S ready, because there's a spot to put the batteries now, which is nice, you know? That all makes sense? Ruby Tim says, amp draw is multiplying MAH with C rating, so if you take 400 MAH, 100 C battery, you can draw 40 amps, and to make that 200 MAH, 100 C, you'll only be able to pull 20 amps. And we don't really have 200C rating chemistry available. Right, yeah. So that's one of the big handicaps on the 1S. But again, June Loco, C rating is not a myth. The problem is the manufacturers don't accurately measure C rating. C rating is absolutely a real thing, but not for us. We do not have battery manufacturers that are complying with whatever the standardization is on how to measure C rating. So that's the problem. It's not that it's a myth. It is a real thing, but it's not. But you're right in our application, because yeah. Cool. So this thing is kind of ready to go. I noticed that these guys are a little loose, so let me just tighten these guys up. Oh, nope, they're not. They are plenty tight. But yeah, so the long and short of it, though, is that the 1S rig on the 0803 22,000 kV motors makes what I believe to be the amount of power that I want. I could totally be wrong. because I've spent no time carrying around the Insta360 Go. The Insta360 Go is going to be sort of the equalizer. There's a chance that this rig, as it sits right now, is going to become the Insta360 Go carrier. These Beta FPV motors are unbelievably smooth running, and I thought that I saw balancing mud on one of them. Maybe I didn't. So that's a problem. These motors might not be balanced. And I will find that out the first time I put an Insta360 Go on here and see whether or not there's jello. So that's kind of the other, that's the other unknown, is will this rig have jello while it's carrying the Insta360 Go versus will the other rig? And so yeah, there's a bunch of variables that are going to be going on here. What's going on with this? Has that always been wobbly like that? That's weird. Yeah, so there's a lot of variables, but that's why I'm doing this testing. So let me give these batteries a little bit more time to charge. I am all of a sudden just absolutely starving, which is weird because I just ate. I made it a point to eat like an hour ago, and it's just all out the window. Regardless, whatever setup I end up settling on, I will potentially be moving everything over to BT 2.0. We'll see. The little beta, at some point, I'm also going to have to do a test of the Beta FPV 260 milliamp BT 2.0 batteries versus the Nitro Nectar PH 2.0, because I don't think we're going to get We Bleed FPV 250 milliamp BT 2.0 batteries. I really doubt that. But I'm willing to bet, even though this battery is not as good, I'm assuming that this battery is not as good as the Nitro Nectar Gold, I'm willing to bet that the extra performance from the BT 2.0 connector will make up that gap. So, lots of cool stuff coming. Cody SA says, what motors are those? These are the Beta FPV 1102 18,000 kV. I do not recommend them on 1S. On 2S, let's see what happens though. Robin Duckett says, long time no see. I'm making an FPV simulator and it'll work in a web browser. Starting it over Christmas. I had to drop out of the Patreon due to money issues, but I'll be back soon. That sounds super exciting, Robin. Don't worry about the Patreon thing. I don't ever want you guys to put yourselves out. I assume that you're smart enough to not, you're all adults. Hold on though. I need to grab something to put in my mouth. I won't put anything on. I'll just run. Run, 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 run! Oh, it's gonna be nuts! I'm gonna put nuts in my mouth. The neighbors are outside and they definitely heard me say that. Serves them right for being outside. Ah! Alright. Alright, friends. Cheers to having nuts. Nom nom nom. Okay. Back to the matter at hand. I think I decided that I'm gonna move away from these rubber grommets, which is why I took that one out. So let's do that before I forget. We're gonna go to a regular rubber grommet so that I can put a little plastic nut in between the AIO and the DVR VTX. Ow. Nom, nom, nom. Everybody loves put some nuts in their mouth, right? Am I right? Am I? No. I'm not right. I'm wrong about that. So hey, is the noise gate opening and closing slower? Hopefully. That should have been the thing that I adjusted. Basically, when I stop speaking and start chewing on my nuts, the noise gate should eventually bring everything down to silence. But I want it to do it slowly so that it's not... But the problem with making it... Like, I want it to decay slow, but I want it to attack fast. I don't want you guys to lose the beginning of my words. But when I go quiet, I want it to slowly... down. But the other issue is my noise floor keeps getting higher and higher because this old computer keeps working harder and harder as it gets older and older to keep up. And I haven't adjusted the noise floor. Let me see what happens to the level. Hold on. Yeah, so the level is going all the way down to nothing. 4Eyes FPV just received Tattoo 375C BT 2.0. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Definitely noticeable. Well, let me make a big thing. Ooh. Nom, 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 nom. I'll make a big change to it. Oh shit, I adjusted the compressor. Not the gate. Alright. Putting the compressor back to where it was. Here we go. Here we go. Release time. Okay, here's the gate. I'm gonna double the release. No, I'm gonna really make the release time long. Right now the release time is 300 milliseconds. I'm gonna move it to 1,000. And yeah. Alright. So that should be active now. So it should much more slowly, and I can already see it. I can see the volume level dropping down. Much more slowly. Okay. So like nothing. I'll go like this when it hits nothing. Ready? Top, down, down. Wait, yeah. Top. It picked up the... Wow, it's picking up the sound of me doing that with my fingers. Righteous. That's how I want it. I want it like that. Actually, I shouldn't be screwing with any of this because I'm gonna have to completely redo these filters with the new computer. Like, this is a complete waste of time. But, open threshold, close threshold. I just want it to... I would actually rather it not go all the way down to nothing. Which is... I think that's in the compressor. No EQ. OBS doesn't easily let you do an EQ. Richard says, nuts FPV. Fargo says, sounds the same as yesterday. Yeah, look. There's the gate. I don't want the gate to close all the way down to, like, dead silence, though. I think that's this ratio, right? I think this ratio controls that. Let me move this ratio to 2. give that a shot. There it is. That's what I want. Yep. It's not going all the way down to 0. Well, I don't know. I like the way it looks now better though. I like what the volume meter is doing right now better than what it's ever done. And this will also, I can kick the, I can make the mic a little bit more sensitive. All right, cool. Orqa said it sounds much better. Awesome. I have a tendency to not adjust these because like I'm afraid of fucking it up, but I know what a lot of this stuff does. All right, cool. We're good. Yeah, I don't want it to go down to 0. Kenny, that's the whole point. And nobody else wants it to go down to 0 either. That's really the point. I got yelled at on yesterday's stream. I didn't get yelled at. This is not the new PC, June Loco. Because, yeah. I need more time to get that up. But... And that's another reason I haven't really messed around with the audio settings, because I knew the new PC was coming. And I knew I was going to have to redo it all. Because the noise floor is going to completely change with that computer, because it's so much quieter. Man, the bots are fucking vicious. Jesus Christ on a cracker. Hey mods, leave the bots because I'm banning them from the entire channel, as if that'll help. It really won't, but all right. Yeah, see now it's going down to 0. I kicked the compressor ratio from 2 to 3, and now it's going back down to absolute nothing. So I'm just gonna move this compressor ratio down to 2, and that'll just let through. Oh, now it's going all the way down to, I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna have to redo it all sooner than later. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess I kind of just want to turn the gate all the way off. Leave the compressor on. Because I don't want it to go all... I just don't like the way it sounds when it goes all the way down to 0. And multiple people in the chat yesterday were of the same mind. And I was like, well, shit. If I don't like it, and you guys don't like it, what am I doing here? So I'm going to pick a different grommet here. And Beta FPV sells a little grommet kit, which is really cool because it has grommets with different thickness center parts here. And so you can match up your rubber grommet to the thickness of the PCB. And in this case, this blue one is just about perfect. The only thing I'm worried about is if the bottom of the blue one is too skinny. Nah, we'd be alright. So I think I'm going to use these blue ones. These silver ones are pretty close, but I'm going to try these little blue guys. Alright, and we'll see. There is now a manufacturer, I want to say it's iFlight, but don't quote me on that, that is shipping either a bind and fly or a flight controller with 2 different durometer rubber grommets. And that just makes me all kinds of excited in the crotchal region. I have been collecting these little rubber grommets forever, and every once in a while, when I've been swapping them to see if I get better or worse performance. This is the type of thing that realistically I would need to do with Black Box. I've basically been using it as a troubleshooting tool. Again, every so often, not super common that I do this, but yeah, I'm excited at that. I would love to do some Black Box logging with different durometer rubber grommets on flight controllers. Oh boy. And see if Brandon's Baked Beans would be willing to analyze them and let me know if he sees any difference. Because that's, yeah, I mean, realistically, I feel like there's some performance to be had there. There's some performance gains to be had there. Because different durometer rubber grommets have the potential to filter out different frequencies, and like with one frame versus another, there might be more of a problem on a certain frequency. So that's pretty exciting. Unfortunately, it's really hard to tell the difference in... Oh, this split. What the hell? Beta FPV, really? You fuckers. I'm gonna have to bust that back out and get another one. Yeah, you know, I have a million of these little rubber grommets and no real way to, other than just holding them in my fingers and squishing them, which, like, you're not going to be able to tell small differences in durometer by doing that. Yeah, so I don't have the ones that I have already. So the ones that I have now, it's going to be just a shell game. But oh. Somebody out there knows what I'm saying, or what I'm attempting to say. Right? Yeah, look at this. So I've got in here, I've got these red ones, I've got these black ones, I've got the Beta FPV ones, which are blue, black, and clear. And then I've got these lavender ones. And then in M3, I have even more options. But with none of the flight controllers that I use the M3 bushings. They all use these M2, not bushings, grommets. So yeah, I don't know. Freelojo, were the 2 different grommets labeled with durometers? Or did it just come with 2 different ones and it's kind of like, good luck? Oh. Metal Drifton says it's probably diatone with the 2 kinds of grommets. Den636 says background music. Background music is hard because it's not great. So, I don't know. Marie Tim says changing the compressor won't ever get the gate to stay open partly, and no settings in the gate will allow that either. But changing the compressor, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we got that. Duck My Squeeze says you need a compander instead of a compressor, or run an expander in series. with your compressor that will soften noise and loud voice. Yeah, maybe I'll... Oh my god, more fucking bots, Jesus. Maybe I'll dig into that with on the new computer. Oh, there it goes again. Why is the new computer waking up like that? Stop it! Stop waking up for no reason. There's no reason for you to wake up. Stop. Why are you waking up? But I can just tell it to never turn the display off. Why is it waking up? There's no notifications, there's nothing. It's just waking up. For no real reason. I did leave one notification on though, so let me turn that last remaining notification off. It's calendar. Let's try that. E-Man says it's becoming aware. Furlough just says no labels, but can feel the difference. Ooh, I like that. Fargo says, I don't know anyone that has as much random hardware as Ciotti, but it all comes in handy at some point. Yeah. Most of my gear is kind of cobbled together and like half-assed in some way or the other. But, you know, that's the way we do it here at Budget FPV. I swear to God, I'm going to change the name of this channel to Budget FPV at some point. Because realistically, that's what I've been doing from day one. Is just figuring out how to fly for as cheap as possible. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people dig and hang out here for. Alright. So, Ghost is on. This is on. I need to figure out how I'm connecting this camera. Where the hell is the camera? There it is. I need to figure out how I'm connecting this camera to this wiring harness. It's got the wrong plug on it. I could... Nah, there's two grounds on here. There's two grounds going into one plug. So... yeah, I'm just going to have to go wire to wire. I'm just going to have to remove this plug header. And just go, yeah, at least with the 5 volt in the ground. I'm just going to need to solder wire to wire. I could... That kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. I don't love that. But it's going to be okay. That loops. So yeah. I do have the connector that I need here. I definitely want to run this canopy because it holds a much better camera. Damn. I really wish they'd put the male side of this connector on this camera. Or... So... The other thing that I could do is solder wire to wire to here. Cut this off. Solder wire to wire here. Then I wouldn't have to cut this connector off. Because if I decide to go with this camera, I can just plug it in. Which is really nice. So I'm looking for like the least destructive way of doing this. Basically, is what's going on right now. All that being said, I'm just gonna go wire to wire. Oh, but no, then I need to cut this connector off. I don't necessarily want to cut this connector off. Damn it. Having this connector here is really nice because it allows me to hot swap these cameras. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to find another one of these. I'm going to find another one of these here. Yeah. And then I'm going to solder that wire to wire onto here. And then I can plug it in. And then when I change cameras, I can plug. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. So let's find another 3-pin jib jab. License to Drive says, do you happen to know the smallest AIO cam plus VTX? I do not, License. But I know what it looks like. It's a square back. They make the AIO cam and VTX setups in rectangles, but then they make one that's a square. That's the lightest weight one. Cody Essay says, saw that I was... Wait, what? FPV LOL, saw that I was like watch CiottiFPV build or in answer emails, no brainer. Cody Essay, you good? You have a stroke over there? You stroking out? You gotta retype that. I have absolutely no idea what you're trying to say. Four Eyes FPV says there should be a weight difference between the grommets, maybe. Very true, but it's gonna be fractions of a gram, and my scale is not that accurate. All right, let's find a little trip. Okay, done. Good to go. No, this ain't the right one. This is the bigger one, isn't it? Oh, but wait, hold on. Maybe the bigger one is the one that I need. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Is that the right one? It is. Wow, that was quick. Cool. Oh, you dirty whores. This camera has the wrong one on it for this plug. Oh my god, why the hell? Why? Okay, so if that's the case, then screw it. I'll just go wire cable to cable. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm not playing this game. But I mean, it would be easy. How many of these little triples do I have? Is there more than one in here? I bet you there's not. I bet you I only like have that one. Oh, but I could make more. Yeah, I can definitely make more. Nah, you know what? It's not that hard to solder wire to wire. I'm just gonna go wire to wire. It is a toothpick. We do need to save weight. I am putting a heavy ass Oh, Bardwell's streaming? I didn't know that. I thought that I specifically did these streams at 8 o'clock to not overlap with Joshua. Does he normally stream at this time? Wednesday nights? I don't think he does. Ah! Alright, cool. I mean, I wasn't going to stop. I love Joshua more than Mayo. But I'm not going to, like, stop a stream. That's just... He wouldn't want me to. You know what I mean? He would, like... He'd be like, dude, what? Don't do that. Maniac. All right, so let's rip the bit. This is gonna suck for a lot of reasons, but the big reason is that these are the Runcam used terrible wires on this camera, which was a big part of the reason that I did not want to do what I just did. But it's too late now. Yeah, this is gonna be annoying, but we're gonna make it happen. These are the really thin wires with the really shitty PVC shield insulation, which you can't even use wire cutters on. Like, you have to use your finger. Nah, this is gonna suck terribly. Oh my god. Maybe I can very, very, very lightly use the wire clippers. Oh god, this is... Why did they use this wire? Runcam, you're better than this. Come on now. Is this real life? I think you might be able to burn this shit off. Hold on, let me see. Let's see if it'll melt off. Yup. Well, it's not melting off, but it's like shrinking basically, which might be because I was able to pull some of it off. I don't know. Let me try again. Yeah, like I'm able to strip a little bit of it off and then like melt it shorter in this weird way. I don't know. This sucks. These wires are absolutely awful. Let's see if... still not enough. Still not quite enough. Oh, this sucks, man. Bad, Runcam. Bad. I get that you're trying to save weight, but this is not the way to save weight, in my opinion. There we go. Alright, one more. And then the first part of the nightmare will be over. Then the next part of the nightmare begins, where we have to solder wire to wire, which is always annoying. Come on. Come on now. God damn it. There we go. There we go. Okay, I got a chunk of it off. Now let's hit it with the lighter. Yes. Okay. In theory, I now have just enough exposed wire to go wire to wire here. Just kind of straightening them out. There we go. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. Twist these back up. And the video wire, I think I'm actually going to go directly to the... I would rather not. No, I'm going to use this... Well, actually, I could... power the camera directly from the flight controller, the AIO, rather than powering it from the VTX. But if I do that, I might run into noise issues, so I'm not going to do that. I am going to power it from the AIO. So I'm going to cut this down here. I don't need it to be too long. Cut it like, let's say, there! Ah, too late. Can't go back. Can't overthink it. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to strip these little guys. Yeah, so I am going to go direct to the AIO with the video, but then the ground and voltage are going to come from the VTX. So there's going to be a little bit of a rat's nest of wires here. It's not going to be quite as clean as I would usually like, but whatever, it's fine. It's going to be okay. All right, let's tin these wires all up first, and then we'll deal with where they go and all that fun stuff. Soldering iron is at 700 degrees Fahrenheit, just the way that I like it. Cleaning the tip. And we're going to put the tip of the soldering iron under the exposed wires, and we're going to add the solder from the top. This way we are forcing as much solder as we can in between the individual strands of wire. And now those are going to be the easy ones. These are not going to be the hard ones. This is the other problem with these shitty little thin wires, is that as soon as I put the soldering iron to them, it's going to start to melt the insulation. So you got to be as quick as possible. Wow, okay, we got that done. The ground one was the worst, but it's actually not all that bad, so I kind of got away with it there. So now we're going to go wire to wire, and I almost forgot to put the shrimp wrap on there ahead of time. Pretty proud of myself for remembering. Do I not have any more clear? Doesn't look like I do. That's fine. We will use black. I have a couple little tiny pieces of this infinitely small black shrink wrap that I hoard in this little... This is like my little leftover shrink wrap container. Slash, I don't know, random shit container. Come on. Alright, this one will work. Let's just cut it in half. Okay. Good, so I've got two tiny little pieces of shrimp wrap. It was Welders, yeah. So, hey, speaking of E6000, guys, on Nick Burns' most recent video, he says that he's tried E6000 and Welders, and Welders is better. I thought they were the same thing, but... So maybe he's high, but I doubt it. So there's that. Keep that in your back pocket. According to Nick Burns, Welders is better than E6000. It's also easier to remember. E6000 is a number and a letter that are kind of random. So let's just say Welders from now on, and let's all use Welder because it's supposedly better. And all that really matters in the world is that we use the thing that's better. Am I right? Am I right? All right, let's solder wire to wire. The worst way to do these connections But sometimes you just have to do it. I'm going to put a big blob of fresh solder on the tip of the soldering iron. 2 wires together. Hold it down on the bottom. Ooh. That one came out really decent. No, it didn't. It just looked like it did at first. Man, I hate when I have to do this. I really, really, really do. All right. Let's try it again. Ooh, that one might have been better. Let's twist it and find out. Nope. Still looks like ass. Okay. So let's use the wood. Sometimes I can kind of freehand it, but usually that doesn't really work all that well. So let's do this. I'm gonna just set this up so that I can hold these both down. There we go, now we're talking. All right, I'm gonna take a driver on this side and a driver on the other side to just hold these wires flat on the board. And now, of course, all the other wires are going to try to come and party and make me want to scream. So we're going to get those out of the way. And then, okay. I'm going to hold this one. And let's see if I can make this a little bit better. Everything is probably going to explode as soon as it comes unsoldered, but let's see. Well, that looks terrible. Let's try one more time. Come on now, phone, really? Not right now, not right now. Nope, I gotta undo it. God damn it. Fuck you, phone! Okay. 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 So. I'm going to take this. These are auto spring closed. And I'm going to put these guys over here. Okay, good. That's looking good. Let's remove some of this solder. There really just is no good way of doing this, for the record. Anybody that thinks they have a good way of doing this, you can eat me. There just isn't. I mean, this is also the worst possible way of connecting 2 wires, but it's gonna be fine. The correct way to do this is to strip a bunch of wire back like this, and then cross them like that, and then do this, so that the wires themselves are what's providing the strength. So helping hands would not, in this case, will not work because of this wire here. This PVC, any PVC shielded wire, helping hands are the worst thing you can possibly do. They will absolutely ruin that shielding, and it's just awful. So definitely be careful with that. Be very cognizant of that. You do not want to go down that road. Here we go. This is going to be good though. I got this all under control. Where the hell did the solder go? There it is. Okay. Solder's nice and close so that I can move the tin to tip over as quick as possible while it still has flux on it. There it is. Alright, so that one's good. Let's do the voltage. Give it a little tug to make sure it's somewhat strong. It's not going to be strong, so you want to be careful when you're tugging on it. That's what she said. And it doesn't look as good as I thought, but I think it's going to be okay. Let's do the same thing here. Okay. Yeah, working with this PVC shielded wire always sucks, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. It could be worse. Dogs fight with their faces. Always remember that. Okay, so that's also why I'm trying to do this with my fingers. I'm trying to not hold these wires coming out of the run cam with even these little delicate pliers, because it's so easy to push right through the shielding, and it just sucks such a bag of dicks when you do that. Just a big one. Alright, this is going to be hairy, but let's just get it done. Oh boy, my finger is very close there. Man, RunCam, you really made all of our lives a lot worse by not using silicone wire on here just to save a fraction of a gram. This is real dumb. But I think I might have just gotten away with it. Maybe. I don't know. That does not look great, but it's strong. It's strong enough. We're going to put this shrimp wrap over it and just call it good enough. There we go. And okay. Ouch. There's one. Oh no. The shrink wrap on the ground wire started to shrink. I might not be able to get it over the goddamn joint. Please don't do this to me. Please, no. Not like this. Not like this. No, 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 no. Don't be like that. Please. Oh god, no. It's gonna be like that. Oh no. No, no, no. Almost. Oh my god, please. Yes, please. Please. Yes. Come on, just a little bit more. Yeah! Oh. Oh. It's horrific. All right. Not great, but not terrible. Last thing we need to do is zap the video in directly to the board, and that's the third pad down. We're going to tin the pad, and then this rig will be all wired up. Ground, 5-volt video in, third one. Alright. That is good. And then I want to keep this twisted pair thing kind of going here. Nah, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, this is gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. Okay. Get that guy on there. And again, I'm not using tweezers because of the stupid wires. Man, that makes it difficult, but I think we got it done. Let me just snip a little end off here, just so there's no sharp edges. Okay. Give it a little resistance to make sure it's strong, and it is good to go. Let me take a quick look at it though. Not great, but it's about as good as I can do handheld without using a pair of tweezers. And it should be totally fine for a toothpick. Dan636 says, my helping hands came with rubber covers to protect the wire. Doesn't matter, it'll still push right through it. It's the rubber will potentially be even worse, believe it or not. Working with this PVC wire is just a nightmare. It's really awful. You have to do it with your fingers, in my experience. Positive is what's hooked up to the shunt resistor, so we can put this like this. How do I want to do this? I want to do this from the bottom or from the top? I think I want to do this from the top. Yeah, I want to do this from the top. So we're going to put the angle that we want on this guy. It needs to angle outwards, I believe, because... yeah. If I put it on that one. Alright. Oh, I'm special. There we go. Yeah, it does need to be going outwards because that little part of the brace... Okay, yeah, so it needs to be pointed outwards. Positive on this side, negative on this side. And I want to create a little bit of an angle with them, like that. Okay. Beautiful. Throw a little bit of flux on here. And on there. Man, the holes that they put for these leads are gigantic. I don't know how big of a wire they were wanting people to use, but good lord. Let's do it. I'm actually going to get a bunch more solder ready because this is going to suck the solder up. This big old hole. Away we go. Adding, adding, adding. Perfect. Now for the more difficult. The ground battery lead is always going to be more difficult because it's connected to one big ground plane, especially inside of these AIOs. So be patient. go. Fantastic. Give that a second to cool off. And there you have it. That's how to solder everything up that you need to solder up on a toothpick. Okay, let's get this grommet pushed in here. I didn't put this grommet in because I knew I was going to be pouring a ton of heat into this little area here, and I didn't want to melt it, so I left it out. I was doing the other three a little bit ago. There we go. Okay, look at that. So now we've got this little friend. We are gonna drop this down. All right, and let's see if there's enough clearance, because these grommets are a little different than the other grommets, so there's a chance. Oh no, we're good. We got tons of clearance. All right, great. So that's sitting on there. Now we need to get our VTX on here, and that is going to be facing backwards. So it's going to be in that direction. All right, so let's get that dropped on there. Okay. Oh, nope. I need a spacer. Okay. I wish I had a 3mm spacer, but I don't know if they exist. Demenis says, look at PCB light holders. I saw Mads Tech using them and I want some. Tommy Nose says, what's up? Athix says, just clocked out. Let me see what I've got. So I need it to be threaded. I think I'm just going to end up using a little nut. Because there's a lot of... No, I don't know if I can. I do have these little tiny black ones, but they're only 2mm, and I don't... kind of want a little bit more than that. Problem is, I think the nuts are going to be too tall. Maybe not. No, maybe they're okay, but they're no thicker. I could use a nylock, but that is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm gonna use... Man, I don't know. I don't know. Let me use these little guys and I'll see. I'll see if it's... No, it's not gonna be enough. They're not tall enough. Yeah, I really wish that I had a 3mm M2 spacer. That's kind of exactly what I need right now. Because I need the spacer to be really skinny. Let me try using these little fellas. I don't know where I got these from. I think these came with a split camera way long ago. Let's see if these little metal guys are tall enough. I have a funny feeling that they won't be, but it's worth a quick try. Nah, they're definitely not going to be. I can already tell. So what I'll do is I'll drop a little 1mm washer, and then I'll put these guys on top of that. And then I'll be good for sure. Because I think a 1mm washer might just clear. It might not, though. Man, they put these... Ugh, nope, it's not going to clear. God damn it. This is the other thing I hate about these AIOs. They put components so close to the mounting holes that, like, your spacers won't work. And it is... Oh, God. Oh. So then you've got to take your spacers and you've got to, like, cut notches in the damn things. It's just silly. It's just a stupid problem to have to try and fix. But, I mean, that's building micros. It's like hitting your penis with a hammer every 3 seconds. It jumped up a notch. Let me see if I have another one that I've cut into a flying V formation. Oh, come on, please. Yeah. There's one. There's one. Okay. Alright. See if I can get that down there. This is also what makes servicing these things a complete nightmare. You have to do all these, like, ridiculous little things, and then when you go to take it apart in a month, you don't remember all the little stupid ass things that you had to do, and then you have to, like, re-engineer it when you put it back together, and yeah, I hate that. I really do. Don't like that process. But if it were easy, everybody would do it, and then we would have a lot of good data on what flies better. But instead, nobody does it because it's a complete pain in the ass, and we have to figure everything out ourselves. What's up, Tyler DD? Can't do the nuts first and then the spacers because there's even less clearance up on the DVR VTX. Oh God, I hate building micros. I wish I'd never built a 5-inch rig because then, like, my eyes would not have been opened to how not horrible those builds are in comparison. Oh God, don't fall on the floor. I'll never find you. Come on, little guy, get on there. Yeah, these so many of these manufacturers should be hit with metal folding chairs for the choices that they make when they just putting components right on top of the mounting holes. Like, fuck, come on. What are you doing? God damn. Like, have one person build your component before you make 10,000 of them and start selling them. Just have one person do a build. Is that too much to ask? Like, am I, like, is it me? Why? What are you doing? Send it out to one person. God damn it. It's really just beyond belief. Oh, well, it works fine with all of our components. Oh, really? Today it does. But in 20 minutes, you're going to be back on the hype train releasing a new component that it's not going to work with. Oh, well, just buy all of our components right now and buy 50 extras so that for the life of the rig, like, what are you doing? Why do I have to get mad about this? Like, you can make a really strong case with micros for only buying bind and flies because of this kind of bullshit. But the problem is the bind and flies all suck dick. They have shitty motor selections. They have shitty component selections. They're just not good. Micros can fly so good. But you gotta have somebody on staff that actually flies. I think that's one of the biggest problems. Is that none of these manufacturers seem to have any access to anybody who flies. Which is like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Stop it. Oh my god. Frank Hancock, are you making fun of the bots or are you a bot? You're a bot. Frank Hancock, if you're not a bot, message me at CiottiFPV on either Instagram or Facebook and I'll take you off the banned list. But you typed something that the bot... You put something in the chat that the bots put, and I have a zero tolerance policy. Alright. The new computer just put the display to sleep. Let's see how long it stays asleep this time. Oh man, this sucks. This sucks. If I have to work on this build, I'm probably gonna stop flying it. This is ridiculous having to use these little things just to clear the components on either one of these boards. This is a JHE MCU AIO from like last year. Hopefully they've gotten their heads out of their asses since then, and they're not putting components so fucking close to the mounting holes. But I'll bet you they still are, because AIOs are too goddamn small for all the components that need to go on them. This is one of the many reasons that I stay away from AIOs. But it would be really nice to have a rockin' toothpick, so... And maybe I can not crash this. You never know. I'm only really building this to fly, like, out in the street in front of Maggie's house. And there's really not, like, many opportunities for, like, cool flying out there. So maybe I can just lope this thing around in the sky and not crash the shit out of it. And I'll never have to work on it. But... there's a snowball's chance in hell of that happening, so... yeah. I got that not going for me, which is not nice. Alright, well... there's the thing. They're on there now. And here we go with the VTX. Now the next problem I'm going to run into is this VTX is probably not going to want to sit flat because I probably don't have these spacers all screwed in the exact same amount. So let the nightmare begin. Here we go. Ready? Oh shit, I don't have enough. It's not spaced out. Oh my god, are you shitting me? It's not spaced out nearly enough. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why me? Why? Why? I think by finishing this build, I meant getting more work done on it. All the soldering is done, though. Oh. Why? I can't do it anymore. I can't continue to work on this without going completely insane. So, we're going to see if this tiny whoop explodes on 2S. And then I'm going to stop streaming for the night. And maybe I'll finish it like tomorrow or the next day or something. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. So here's how the batteries sit. Not very well. Nah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Battery sits in there, okay. That's not too bad. Alright, so there's one. And there, oops, sorry guys. There's one, here's two. Okay. So we got some batteries up in there. And then we're gonna plug one in. And hopefully it doesn't blow up. Don't blow up, please! Ah, it didn't blow up! How terrific! Okay, I'm gonna unplug it. And get the goggles and... Oh, hey, let's do a weight comparison right now. Here's what I was telling you guys about. So this is as light as I can possibly build a 2S Tiny Whoop, basically. Not really, but sort of. Oh, where's the other one? Tell me I didn't leave it at Studio 2. Oh, balls. I think I did. What's the matter with me? What did I do that for? No. I put it in a bag. Nope. No, I didn't. Where is it? Oh, come on now. Where are you, little buddy? Where did I put it? Where's that confounded bridge? Okay. It's gone. What did I do with it? Oh man, I really want to know what the weight difference is. Like right now. I really want to know. Damn you. I've been moving so much stuff around in here that I'm not surprised that it has become temporarily invisible. Is that it? Ooh, is that it? Nope, that's not it. Okay. This is just torture. It might be in it might be at Maggie's place. There's a pretty good chance that it is. Although that's I'm surprised by that because I can't fix it there. Well, I can fix it there, but I don't want to fix it there. Man, what? 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 I am just looking in the same places over and over again. Because there aren't many places where it could be. I'm now looking in the same series of places for the 4th time. And at this point I should probably stop because now it borders on being an actual crazy person. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. Man, I really hate when stuff disappears. I can't even put into words how angry it makes me when things just disappear for no reason. It's not great. It's not great. Because I'm pretty sure it's here. Should be here. Oh, I pulled it apart. It was here. I pulled it all apart because I'm going to put it into the new frame. All right, well, we can't get the weight tonight. Okay. I feel a little bit better that it was in here. I'm not going to give you guys the monitor. I'm just going to fly this real quick and just kind of give you my thoughts, and then we'll see how long it is before the AIO overheats. That's going to be the biggest thing, is how quickly does the AIO get too hot.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Okay, CV3. That's not it. What am I doing that for? UV drone whoop. There we go. Cool. So let's take a look. I do need to kick the motor limiting on, like, right away. Like, I'm not even gonna arm it without getting the motor limiting going. So I believe it's in miscellaneous PP. Motor out limit, not 100%. Let's come all the way down to 60. Let's do 70. All right, save and exit. It arms, and then it reboots, because that's what these V1 newbie drone AIOs do for some strange reason. All right, let's see. It flies. It's very floaty. Jesus. It's also very wobbly. Also feels very heavy. So these are 1102 18,000s. Well, no, let me just keep flying them. There's the core temperature warning, 158 degrees. Ooh, it went away though. That's kind of nice. I'm really taking it easy. Now I'm doing some more throttle blips. It doesn't have that much power either. There's the core temperature warning again, 158, 160. It's staying at 160. It does not fly good. It's staying at 160. Let me turn up the motor out limit. Turn it up to 80%. That'll fix everything. Why is it so floaty? I think it's so floaty because my guess would be these motors are not well balanced. And so at idle, at zero throttle, it's ramping the motors up. The core temperature warning is not all that bad though. That's good news. Flying down the hallway. Man, it feels heavy as shit though. Now it's got some power, though. Woo! It does not fly good, though. Tune is not great, and there's mid-throttle oscillations. The mid-throttle oscillations are typically not fixable. They are typically just too many vibes getting into the gyro. And I can feel it. I can feel that these motors, or this system, has a lot of vibes. Let's see if we can isolate it to one motor over the other. Nope, it's all of them. Yeah, it's all of them. So these are motors that are not being balanced. And with the really small motors, the manufacturers say, "Oh, they're too small. We can't get the balancing mud into them." But they can, because some of the manufacturers do. So yeah. That's a bummer. But it is going to stay together, because once there's an Insta360 Go on top, maybe things will change. I doubt it, but maybe. That runtime was also not all that great. Not impressed by that runtime at all. Let me throw 2 more batteries on here real quick, which that was happening to me on the. That could be because of the vibration issues. Could also be from the resistance of these rolled pin connectors, and the fact that there are 3 pH 2.0 connectors.
Telemetry recovered.
I don't know. It's hard to judge. These batteries are at 4.4 volts. Jesus. Let me check the tune real quick. Profile. Oh, what is it on PID profile 2 for? The fuck is that about? PID profile 1 is what we want. There we go. Now we got some PIDs. Oh, now it's... I can't handle it, though. Tune's better, but it can't handle it. There's now I know that there's too many vibes getting in to the gyro, because as soon as I put a tune on here with more aggressive PIDs, aggressive enough to be able to handle to make the damn thing fly right, it's freaking out. So now I'm taking the stock profile 2, and I'm moving that up a little bit. It's not going to be as aggressive, but I mean, this is pointless, to be completely honest. That this is these motors are just not well balanced. But we'll see anyway. Yeah, nope. Yeah, no joy. These motors are no good. You can hear it. You can hear them not spinning down. And there's the core temperature warning, and there's me crashing into the back of the chair. Yeah, you can hear the motors are not spinning down. Hear how high that is? It should not be. It shouldn't be idling that high. That's vibration. That's too many vibes getting in. Let's add a bunch of filtering, which is a big ass band-aid that is not going to. It's just, I don't have the filtering set all that aggressively anyway on this, so that. Oh. Well, that's a problem. With these TPU battery holders in here, you can't get at the USB. Okay. That's not gone well. I can try unscrewing it, but then I know that I'm not going to be able to get it back on there. Let me see if I can add filtering in the OSD. Usually I can't do exactly what I want to do in the OSD though. Mainly because of the cryptic ass names that they have in there for the stuff. But, let's see. Damn, disappointing. Disappointing, but to be completely honest, expected. This is absolutely what I expected to happen. Miscellaneous PP. I don't think there's any filtering in here, but I do just want to check. Nah, no filtering in here. Filter PP. D-term low pass filter. Wow, it's already really aggressive. 150. Yeah, I already added a bunch of filtering to this. I mean, the gyro filters are turned off. So, but man, they really don't do much. They do not do much. The I do have it set to only a single dynamic notch filter, so let's put it back to a double dynamic notch. That'll add useful filtering. The notch Q is at 200, which is not super aggressive, but we'll back it off to 150. This is gonna add this is probably gonna add like 4 or 5 milliseconds of latency if I had to guess. Notch, okay, yeah, the rest of this is whatever. That's a lot more filtering. Did help. It did help. Didn't help enough though. Yeah, no, it's still. Vibrations are bad, kids. Yeah, no, this is no good. These motors are no good. There's the core temperature warning, 158. And that's not carrying the Insta360 Go. You know, once the Insta is on here, it's going to be game over for that. For the core temperature. Now it's at 160. Whew. Sitting at 160, back down to 158. Doesn't fly that bad. Doesn't fly great though. Whew. Whoa, boy! Yeah, no, it's too heavy, and it doesn't even have that much power. Oh yeah, it's really heavy, guys. Oh my god. Well, last thing we'll do here is once this battery's dead. There's the core temperature warning again. Last thing we'll do is weigh this next to the one of the 65s. This is probably going to be like damn near 20 grams heavier. Disappointing. Damn. Yeah, well, I expected that. I was hoping for the best, but expecting exactly what I just got. So, there you go with that. And here comes... So 49.1, yeah, that's way too heavy. Versus Yeah, I was almost dead on the money. 20 grams heavier. It's too much. It's almost twice as heavy. That's just not realistic. It's gonna break stuff in your house. It's gonna be literally harder to fly around because it's gonna carry all that extra weight. It just makes no sense. To lighten this up, I would need to maybe go to a smaller motor. I mean, these are 1102s. It's not that big of a motor. There's not much to really lighten up on this. We'll see what the other one weighs when I get that replacement 0803. Damn, disappointing. Disappointing. But we gonna be alright. 1S is the answer, friends. Tiny whoops should not be 2S. The AIOs don't like it. They become too heavy. I mean, this is basically like the lightest 2S battery setup that you can have on a tiny whoop. And it's just not. Here's the thing I really liked about these motors is they have a bigger motor shaft. They have a 1.5 millimeter motor shaft. So they would work on this frame with the carbon fiber base plate, but not at this weight. So there you guys go. 2S still total fail, in my opinion, on tiny whoops when compared to 1S. I mean, like, this is, you know, I flew it around, but it doesn't fly good. It doesn't have much more power than the 1S setups with the motors that I have. Doesn't really have much more runtime either. And it's going to be more fragile, and it's going to break everything in your house. That's the biggest problem, is that, you know, at damn near twice the weight, you're going to start breaking objects in your house, and whoever lives with you is going to get pissed. And, you know, like, that's not cool. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. Nobody needs that in their life. Thanks for hanging, friends. This is a good one. I might just knock the rest of that toothpick out off stream. Or maybe I'll do a Patreon-only stream tomorrow, or I don't know. We'll see. Love you guys. Anything going on in the chat? Dan636 says it sounds growly. Philo just says it's really close to the ceiling. Oh, those pops of the throttle. Family Guyver says, like when you lost your wallet, did you ever find it? I did. It was in the kitchen cabinet. Thanks for hanging, friends. Let me see if without a second monitor I can manage to get some music going here and play some flight footage for you. Here comes some music. Hey, I finished watching Squid Game. It was all right. Was the old man the architect dude? I think it was. I'm not totally done with it. I have like 10 minutes left. Okay. Here you guys go. What's this? Is the IHG building? Where the hell is this? Oh god, this is sketchy as fuck. Sketchy as fuck, but I'll play it anyway. Love you guys! See you another time. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Can't I just push F18? Okay, I know. I'm gonna have to do this all with keystrokes and blindly. Here you go. Enjoy. This is not a great flight, but it's something. Maybe you haven't seen it before. Love ya. Goodbye.